good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, in whichever country you are. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. I want to tell you about my story because at some point you might look at a person and think that the person came from a very nice kind of family where money was there, things were smooth. I was born in the year 1991, and I found myself to be the firstborn in that family. It was never easy at all, but going forward, when I had started my nursery school, I started learning a few things here and there. I came to realize that I had some other siblings that were following me as the firstborn. I had to give them direction. So at a stage where I had reached class 5, I had learnt a lot, because being a firstborn, you are exposed to much, I can call them much of the activities, responsibilities in your family. So in the process of growing up, I came to realize a few areas which I want to share with all of you who are watching this video today. Upon starting my education, I remember it was never easy for my dad to acquire all the requirements at that time, because the family was so humble that poverty became one of the songs that people could sing in that family. So at class 5, I had a problem. And the problems were both at school and also at home. When I went back home, I didn't have a proper place to sleep. In fact, at one point, it rained so hard, cats and dogs, that a house of my father's house, fell on us, because it was so rainy. It was a rainy season, and the house was weak on the walls. So the walls fell on us as we were asleep. That was around 2 in the morning, 8, around 2 in the morning. I remember that. So around 2, 3, the house fell. We cried. My uncles came. They removed us from the debris of the walls of that house. But I learned something, that my mom was a prayerful mom. So as she continued praying, I went with my schooling. When I reached class 7, I again had a problem of collecting some fee to do exams. In our school, we used to collect some money before we go for KCPE, that is in Kenya here. So I had a problem collecting that money to get into class 8 to do that exam. But I remember there was one thing that happened. My dad got a contract that me and my brother, we were able to get that money, and we did our exams. Just by luck, we did our exams. Some of the things that you might be aware of are that in life, when you have uncles, you have aunties, you have your relatives, they might not help you that much, and they might be feeling that possibly you might succeed beyond them. So with that in mind, carry it with you as we continue with this story. I joined Form 1. When I joined Form 1, I had a very tough time to pay even the first fee. The first fee in that school became a problem. I got promoted to Form 2 with a huge amount of fee arrears that I could not sustain. So through that, I became someone who was hopeless. I was walking hopelessly. I was always going to school hoping for nothing. Then I dropped out of school at that time because I felt that every time people do exams, I'm not able to do because people do not have. Every time people do exams, I was not able to do because I didn't have money. So what did I do? I dropped out of school at Form 2. I worked for people. I weeded shambas for people. I went to do the mjengo jobs, the construction mtu wa mkono. I did a lot of it. At one point, I thought this thing would kill me. So after 1.5 years, I collected some little cash and told my mom, Mom, I am going back to school. Then mom told me, why are you going back to school? You have almost 6 siblings here. They will go back to school. You are the firstborn. Just stay relaxed, because if you are not able to go to school now, it means at some point your siblings will find time and will find some cash, will find some ways and means to go to school. Then I told my mom, whatever you are saying is right. Look at my dad. He is here, but is not ready to cater for all of us, because the kind of work he is doing is not that much. So if I don't go to school, the siblings will always be on me, because they will realize that the firstborn now takes the lead. If the father is not that much able, the firstborn will always be in assistance. Unfortunately, time went by and my dad got an accident. The fingers were cut because he was using a machine, that carpentry machine that always cut wood like it is cutting meat. So his fingers were cut. Because of that problem, his life deteriorated and finally he died. So upon his death, my mom realized that whatever I was telling her was true, that my siblings shall always be on my back when they want me to assist them, and I could not because I dropped out of school. So I went into the nearby market. I had only 120 shillings, I remember. I bought a trouser that looked like that one of a school that was started nearby. The school was just 2 years old. So people were being collected within the village to go join the school. So I had this 120 shillings. I bought a shirt, I bought a Mutumba trouser, and I bought Mutumba shoes. Both of them were ranging at, the trouser was just 40 bob, and that budget was over. I didn't have a badge, but I went into that school. I was 23 years old. I was 22 years old by then. I went into that school alone. I talked to the principal and I told the principal, I want to learn, but I don't have fee. I don't have, even my father is dead, but my mother is there catering for the rest of my siblings. I want to cater for myself. Then the principal told me, it is fine. Whatever you've said, I want you. Are you ready? I want you to declare that you are ready to learn. You are ready to be somebody who will always make this school proud of. Yes, I told the principal it is possible. I want to do that. I took some time learning. I went into Form 3. I never went back to Form 2. Remember, I dropped out of school in Form 2. But when going back to school after 1.5 years, I was so old that I felt that I just wanted to do exams and go away. So I joined Form 3. So in the first term, I passed my exams. In the second term, I passed my exams. In the third term, the principal called me and he said that because you have seen you're doing something we expected, I want to help you. So what did the principal do? He called his colleagues in the office and told them my story. Then he said, because Michael has joined us and Michael is doing well, we want Michael to be here in school and never to be sent home for fee. So how can we help Michael? Then this principal pointed out a piece of land within the school and he said, I want to give you this piece of land. You will be tilling the piece of land, you'll grow vegetables there. The vegetables will be sold to school and that money will not be given to you at hand. That money will be paying your school fees. I accepted. When I accepted, I started my work. He gave me the seedlings money. He gave me the source of water to water my plants. He gave me some other students to help me do the work. I did the work, my friend. I tilled the land. And after some time, it came to pass that I was passing my exams every now and then. And it came to pass that whichever land you till, sometimes it deteriorates in nutrients and fertility. So after 1 year, after 1 year, when I was now second term Form 4, I stopped tilling the land. So my principal told me that I want to give you another chance. Because you are good in mathematics and chemistry, I want you to teach Form 1 and Form 2, the two subjects. So I will be paying you 4,000 shillings. And the 4,000 shillings, 2 will be for your upkeep and 2,000, the other 2,000 will be for your fee. Then I accepted. Let me tell you, it was always my worry. What of if the exams never go my side? Because I was given privileges that no other person ever had. Fortunately enough, I became the first person to attend a university from that school. Fortunately, God saw my struggles. So I joined University of Taita Taveta and I learned there. And I did my course, Bachelor of Science in Statistics. My story seems to be something that can encourage some of you because the journey never stopped there. In campus, I had to again work, though I was getting the government subsidy, the help, but I had to work hard because I need to supplement and this amount. It was never enough. As you know, the campus life, you need to spend a lot. So it was never easy. I still struggled. I went into Savo East to look after animals so that I could be paid some money to supplement my education. I did all this. Remember, as per now, I might seem to be somebody who is progressing well, but even up to now, the battle had never stopped. What we have to do as human beings is that we have no time to relax. Get out of your comfort zone and do something substantial. When you go out of your comfort zone, you will always see the gaps that you need to fill. So at any point in time, I want most of you to be encouraged that however much you might think that life is difficult on your side, to other people it is more worse. Because of time, I might not give them much details that people might need. But up to now, I ask all of us who are listening that in life, when you grow up the same way I grew up, you always have technicalities, you always have areas that you can apply in life to succeed. And through that, I am able to play guitar because I trained it. I am able to do shoes. I am a cobbler. I am able to analyze data. I am able to run a sewing machine. I am able to sew clothes. I'm able to shave people's hair. And all these skills, I learned them because the background never gave me comfortability. So if you get out of your comfort zone, your brain will always expand day by day. And through that, you'll never find life as hard as people say it. You'll always find your life doing very well, doing fantastically right. Wherever you will be, in whatever you will be trying to do, things will be smooth. So thank you very much for listening to me. I'm yet to give you another video on how I married. So that is the video that is coming next. So thank you very much for all of you. Can you subscribe to my channel, please? Can you have a better day, have a fantastic life, and please visit my YouTube channel on music, Michael Global Music, so that you can listen to my guitar tunes. Thank you.